All right, welcome to DCT.
Episode 72. Hi, Ben.
Hi.
It's been a long week. How you doing?
It's been an incredibly long week.
It's been a absurdly amount of incredibly long weeks.
It's been an absurdly amount of weeks.
This has been one of the weeks, let me tell you, for a lot of reasons. To start, football's back.
Football's back, baby.
I don't give a shit if it's preseason. I get to watch football again, which is so nice. Considering that this has been... Considering what we were watching before we started recording, I'm just happy I can watch any sort of NFL game.
Just a heads up, guys. We were, in fact, watching the Championship of Pillow Fighting on ESPN.
Obviously, it was the second most watched sport on ESPN
ESPN.
Right now. They were streaming that and what was it? The Washington Spirit game.
The NWSL.
Yeah. So you know which one we watched. We watched one round of the Pillow Fight Championship, and then we could not watch it anymore.
We
watched two guys playing Rock'em Sock'em with pillows, and we were like, let's go watch.
We can do this later. Yeah. Anyways.
I'm going to do that behind us. Or me, I should say. Yeah. So we got to watch football this week, and especially, the boys were representing today. Well, not these boys specifically, but our boys.
Yeah.
In the Washington Commanders.
These boys were watching the game on the side of the field.
Just like we were.
Yeah.
We were these guys this weekend.
Well, we weren't on the
Well, actually, I really hope you weren't him this weekend. Dare I say his number?
I've been getting a lot of shit. But yeah, we had our first game. Washington beating the Miami Dolphins.
No surprise there.
20-7.
No surprise there.
Guys, I just need to preface this by saying it is preseason, and I know that there aren't a lot of things that we can take from this game, considering 70% of these guys are probably not going to be on the roster at the end of the
But we will find them.
Camp.
We will find the reasons. And
I also want to preface it by saying the Miami Dolphins are really, really bad at football. Like, there's teams that you're like, okay, they're not playing their first team starters, obviously. So this is going to be not a fair comparison of what they're actually going to look like.
It's like the Raiders not playing Genty.
Yeah. And then there's the Miami Dolphins, who you can't really distinguish.
Who they had Achane playing in that game. I know, granted, it was only one drive.
Yeah.
Same with Malik Willis, but...
They had their whole offensive team
other than those two and Jalen Waddle, everybody else was playing in that game.
Well, Jalen Waddle's on the Broncos now. Also, first night of seeing the new unis in action.
Oh, dude. There were people that weren't Commanders fans telling us how nice those jerseys were looking.
I loved every second of it. Like, seeing those in comparison to, like, the last 2 years' uniform.
It was just, it's so much better. It looks so much cleaner.
Night and day, man. But 29 players on the Commanders did not play in this game, including 10 of our 11 defensive starters. We did have Sonny Styles playing, and Leo played a couple snaps as well, but he was out after the first drive as well. The Dolphins, on the other hand, had their whole offensive team in for the first drive at least, and it still took 14 plays to score for them. So I know a lot of the guys in our group chat and us were like, oh, wow, our defense kind of looked like Swiss cheese on that drive. It's probably because we had no edge rushers, no secondary, no linebackers other than Sonny playing.
Yeah.
And you could tell.
Yeah.
But it's also Miami, so you, at the same time, couldn't really tell that they were playing their number one starters.
Yeah. And then you had Durante looking like an absolute fraud on that first drive.
Yeah.
And then he seemed to just, figure it out instantly because, again, it's the Miami Dolphins. Yeah. So as soon as he could figure out how to pick apart the defense, I mean, it was just barbecue chicken for the rest of the game.
Yeah. This is true. The running backs combined for 174 yards on 41 carries and added 2 touchdowns to that stat line.
Crazy performances.
Crazy good. Katron, 85 yards on 23 carries. Not the best.
It's a lot of carries.
Yards per carry. But he is known for being a power back.
Yeah.
You're going to give it to him on goal line, and he's going to punch it in, which isn't great for Bill's fantasy outlook this year. But it is good for our outlook.
Yeah.
But the star of the night was Robert Henry Jr. 70 75 yards on 12 carries and added a touchdown on that 22-yard run.
He was hungry, man.
He was.
He was hungry for that RB6. Good Lord.
At this point, with Jeremy McNichols now out, he might be RB4.
Step right into that role.
Yeah. Looked good, the undrafted guy out of UTSA. And then one thing I wasn't expecting to have, we had a little QB battle going on during the game. Obviously, Marcus,
we definitely did not expect that.
No. You had Marcus go down on the first drive, and thank God we thought it was going to be a much larger injury than it was.
Yeah.
I really thought it was ACL at first. But
just
turns out
Vietnam flashbacks.
Yeah. Turns out it was just an MCL sprain. He's only going to be out till most likely week 1. But he had Sam Hartman come in.
First pass attempt.
I don't know. I get it. Like, he's a friend of Jaden's, and I get it. We use him to aura farm on TikTok and Instagram and all of our social medias.
We use him for looks maxing.
I have no idea why Sam Hartman is still on the Washington Commanders. Like,
until that second drive started.
He provides no value to us.
Until that second drive started, and he put Swiss cheese to the third string Dolphins.
I could put Swiss cheese to the third string Dolphins.
I mean, he looked a lot better. He looked definitely better than any game I've ever seen him play in.
Yeah.
So, I mean, after that one horrendous pick, it was probably one of the worst interceptions I think I've ever seen thrown by a quarterback, but he figured it out. And we also had 2 rookies that weren't even suited up playing tonight, our offensive and defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
So this was our first look at seeing how they were going to play against a really, 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 really bad team. So, and I liked it. I liked what I saw out of those 2.
You had, other than Sam Hartman, who went 8 for 15 for 80 yards and a pick, you had Ethan Kaliakmanis going 6 for 10 for 87 yards, kind of carving up the other Dolphins.
He looks great. He looks so comfortable in the pocket, and he's massive. He's a big human being.
He was slinging it, dude. Mm-hmm. And I loved every second of it. Then, God, I've had something in my eye.
Yeah, I know. I'm wondering,
like, we started this freaking podcast, my eye just started twitching
cursed.
out for no reason.
Is it like an eyelash? Is it like pinched, like right here, so like you can't open your eye all the way?
Yeah, pretty much.
You should like keep poking your eye. Let me grab it. Let me grab it.
I'm just gonna keep my eyes closed for a second. Why don't you talk?
Okay. So you had all the notes, but I watched the game. I lived the game. I was really mad when Sam Hartman couldn't fire that pass into Luke McCaffrey on the goal line. I really thought that was going to be a touchdown, but it was good defense. Yeah. That Jacoby Jones catch that was rolled back after the defender got in there, that was a good snag from him if he would have survived the ground. Jalen Lane had a great game for being like the most seasoned wide receiver that played other than Van Jefferson. Yeah. He had, I think it was like 4 catches for like 45 yards. He ran some pretty good routes. We had, oh God, what's his name?
I saw
one of our new return guys. The white guy, Kraft, Craycraft.
River Craycraft?
Yes, bro. We got to watch him return some kicks yesterday.
Our goat of week 16 last year.
Yeah, it was River Craycraft and Jerome Ford were returning kicks for us yesterday. Mm-hmm. Jerome Ford also had some touches in at running back too. Yeah. So now that McNichols is out, you have Bill, you have Shad, and then you have 3 running backs fighting for 2 spots. So
it's still there.
Yeah, I could see that. You got Katron, you got Robert Henry, and you got Jerome Ford. I don't think Jerome's making it, honestly, but
I don't either.
I mean, if Henry keeps playing the way that he's playing, he's going to earn that spot.
Now, on the defensive side, Ale Cajo, Quan Martin, and Malik Spencer all had a pick. Now, I think that speaks a lot more to how atrocious the Dolphins' second and third string quarterbacks are. But
both of their 5th string quarterbacks, because good God, Quinn Ewers went out there and looked terrible, and then I don't even know the other guy that came in, but he was worse. I didn't even think he could be worse than Quinn Ewers.
I didn't think so either, but he somehow achieved it.
Yeah.
Who would have thunk it?
It was his first throw too. I'm pretty sure his first throw was picked off. Absolute Dolphins.
Absolute potato.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
absolute potato.
But anyway, I think there are some tough conversations that need to be had, and that is we need to release Sam Hartman.
Yeah. We need the extra roster room, and at this point, we have people that are serviceable.
Our wide receiver room
that need that spot.
Our running back room.
Yes.
I would rather keep Robert Henry Jr. on the roster in the RB5 slot than have fucking Sam Hartman taking up a roster spot every week with just good looks, and that's it. That's all he does.
He can do that from the practice squad.
He can, yeah.
He won't be with Jaden all the time. But
they'll still be holding hands.
I mean, they might not, but it's fine because at least it wouldn't be detriment to us. Like if we have to rely on one of our quarterbacks like getting hurt and having Sam Hartman come in, like I might blow my brains out. So I hope that if we go through the progressions of Ethan is going to outperform Sam Hartman for the rest of the preseason, I'm predicting.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that he will slide up in the depth chart to that 3 spot to the point where if Jaden, God forbid, something was to happen.
Don't say that, man.
Ethan would be the one to step in instead of Sam Hartman because
Marcus would be the first one.
I don't think Marcus is going to have the successes as a backup that he did this year. I don't know if he'll do it 2 years in a row, and I'd hate to rely on that. But this is all barring that the man on the back of your jersey doesn't get sued for wearing the number 5.
No, he would sue others.
Oh, no, his mom would sue him, right?
Yes, his mom would sue him for wearing his own number.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah.
His likeness and his number.
And his image.
And his school.
And his Google image.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to finish this off by saying it's really tough to pull anybody that we should definitely cut or keep, considering it's a game against the third-string Miami Dolphins.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to leave it at that.
Yeah. I will say, too, one last note, a quick shout-out to Antonio Hamilton, senior, veteran, going and playing like his life is on the line, which is great for, was he a 10-year vet now?
Yeah,
in
like that.
The preseason, so, dogs will be dogs.
Good for him, man.
Yes, and now we're going to talk about some other dogs, some big dogs, some scary dogs, and some borderline shy dogs. We're going to talk about our Nationals, which I touched a little bit on last week and 2 weeks ago, and I told you all that we don't have any hope, and then I may have given you guys some hope. So if you guys are still wondering, I'm still wondering. So what I have for you guys right now is just a little outlook on our James Wood injury time frame and what that means for our next 2 weeks of baseball. So right now the Nats are sitting at 60 and 66, which is 7.5 games back in the wild card. I hate that we're this far back already. We had a really bad skid against the Mets, and then we only won 1 of 3 in the series prior. So 5 of the last 6 games were just terrible. And getting swept by the Mets is not a good look either, especially with how bad or how up and down they've been this year. So obviously we don't have James Wood producing offense. Obviously we don't have Luis Garcia anymore producing offense. Obviously we don't have our deep guys in Curtis Meade being off the team now. Nasim Nunez coming in and out of second base now with Abrams moving to second base.
Obviously, we don't have our best pitcher we had all year.
Exactly. So a lot of things have happened for us in the last month and a half, but there is a silver lining to this. So the way we get back into this playoff hunt, it is very open right now for us in the NL. Our next 4 opponents are the Rangers, the Marlins, the Rockies, and the Marlins in a 16-game stint. And we are 6 games under 500 and 7.5 games back in a wild card. 2 of these teams are ahead of us in the standings right now for the wild card spot. So these are directly impacting our chance to climb into the wild card in these next 2 weeks. These next 2 weeks are going to matter because these are your games. This is the easiest part of your schedule left without your best player. These are series that you need to sweep and or win. First of all, we'll go series by series. The Rangers. I don't expect a sweep from the Rangers. They've been about the same as the Nats, just pretty mid all season. I would be happy with 1 or 2 games. We just can't get swept. The Marlins, we play twice. Once for 3 games and then once for 4 games. We need to take at least one of those series. We need to sweep one of those series and then go even on another. And the Rockies, we should sweep. The Rockies are atrocious, even though they just put up 13 runs the other night. That doesn't mean anything because they were playing a really bad team. So all I will say is that these next 16 games without James Wood are going to be absolutely imperative to our playoff success if we can make it that far. So if we can survive the stretch and get James back, we have a West Coast gauntlet after. So if James Wood gets back in his 2-week time frame that they have, we have to play the Padres, the Dodgers, the Diamondbacks, and the Angels all in succession. Now, the Angels, I'm not too worried about, but that's the last series after those three. So it's a rough stretch. So if James Wood can come back and perform at the level that he was performing at before he got hurt, maybe it could light a fire under some of our asses and have CJ start playing baseball again the way that he should, even though for some reason we're moving people around in the infield now. They said a couple days ago we're moving CJ to second base. Yeah. So now he will be definitely the best second baseman in baseball rather than the one or two best shortstops in baseball. So, but now we're going to bring guys like Nasim Nunez. We're going to bring him into short. We're going to have like Brady House still rotating through the infield. Albie Ortiz, who I'm going to shout out right now because since he has been on our team this year, batting a .306 with 5 home runs and 9 RBIs in, I believe, 16 games. So as a man who just got here and replacing the bat of James Wood, the record's not where I want it to be, but I like what I'm seeing out of the kid. So it's not all hope is lost yet. I know as Washington sports fans, all of us cling on to hope when we can fucking smell it. So hang in there, guys. Shout out Clary for being a huge inspiration to my Nationals research and wanting them to do the best that they can. So yeah.
Shout out to Clary.
Shout out to Clary. That's all I got for the Nats.
My goat.
It's my Nats goat.
All right, now goat. I think we go a little bit away from sports in general.
From sports? But this is a sports podcast, Ben. What else should we be doing?
I'm thinking we talk about not sports.
Ooh. How interesting.
Yeah.
How
sneaky. You guys know how we like to change it up. So what I'm going to do now is
take off your pants. Oh, what?
Stop that.
I'm sorry.
That's later. What I'm going to do is
whip out your
stop.
Sorry.
You need to leave. Anyways, we're going to play a little more who's more likely to.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to give you questions. Okay. I've got 10 of them here.
Ooh.
And you and I are going to agree on an answer or argue over who we think the answer is.
Okay.
And we'll go from there.
All right, sounds good.
All right, first question.
Wait, are you reading these with or without your pants on? I'm still waiting on an answer. All right, go
ahead. Most likely to survive a zombie apocalypse.
And these are just like you or me, right?
Yeah,
okay.
Only you and me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Most likely to survive. I think I would kill myself instantly. So probably you.
You don't like zombie apocalypse?
Well, no, but like the whole premise of like living during a zombie apocalypse is not appealing to me at all.
You wouldn't like that?
No. I mean, there's no point.
You would just
restarting humanity, that sounds like a lot of work.
You would if anybody's going to do it. With the drive that you have.
It would be you? Are you picking me? I'm so confused here.
I was just going to say, like, restarting humanity would require a lot of one thing, and you really like to do that.
Well, restarting humanity would have to be if there are 2 people left.
I'd like to think there would be at least 2 people left, and they would be a man and a woman.
Or, you ever watch that show, Last Man on Earth?
Yeah.
Back in the day?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good show.
Yeah.
It was a freaky show after, like, season 2, but... Yeah.
Yeah.
The first season was great.
That is true.
The first season was great. I would say you.
Okay.
Yeah. On the grounds that I would kill myself. Next.
Not really a level playing field, but anyways. Most likely to laugh at the worst possible moment.
Oh, that's me 100%. I would have no chill when it came to that. But, I mean, I am respectful. I feel like I would do it just because I would think in that moment that it would be funny to laugh in this situation.
Yeah.
And I think that's what would make me laugh. It's like I'm sitting in a funeral, and I'd be like, wow, it would be really like messed up to like start laughing right now, and then that would make me laugh probably.
I was giving a presentation at work the other day, and I'm like in the middle of a long soliloquy about something, and I look to the back of the room, and Xander, our friend, is sitting in the back going, and I was like, I started.
It's hard to have a straight face, right?
I legitimately went.
You take a second.
What are you doing?
Take a breath.
And everybody turned and looked at him, and he went, "What? I'm listening to the presentation." And I was like, "You asshole." Anyways, yeah, I think I'd give it to you as well.
Yeah,
that is also something that you would do.
I'm not as media trained as you are. You have better media training than I do.
Yeah, well, been doing it for longer.
Yeah.
All right.
10 years.
Most likely to spend $500 on something on a whim.
Me. I can be very frivolous with my money.
Yeah.
So I mean, if it was shoes, 1,000,000%, that would be me.
100%. I'm very like when it comes to me,
I'm stingy.
I find myself much more able to spend money on other people than myself. Like I'd buy, well, I am going to eventually buy you a freaking Washington jersey for Sunny Style. And when I thought of that idea...
You hear that, chat? He's pimping me out. You hear that?
When I had that idea, I was like, I'm going to do it right now.
Yeah.
And then I went on the website to look at other jerseys the other day, and I was like, $150 for a jersey? No, thank you. But yeah.
I go and buy the biggest box of anything that I like. If I need something, like literally yesterday, I was at work and I stopped by the grocery store on the way home to pick up something, and my parents were like, "Hey, we need black trash bags for outside," and I was like, "Okay, like how many? Like, do you want like the small box?" And they're like, "Yeah, just get whatever." I was like, okay, so you didn't answer my question, but sure.
He bought the
I bought the biggest
roll.
Freaking like 96 bag roll. This thing was like 5 pounds.
Yeah.
And yeah, just a little insight.
I do that when it comes to planning for trips. Like whenever we go to like an Airbnb or something, and I'm like, okay, what food do we need for this weekend? Everybody's always like, let's get this much. I'm like, let's get that much, but like double it because we have
my big fat ass.
We have a Keenan. We have a me.
Your big fat ass.
All right, next one. Most likely to hold a grudge for 10 plus years.
I can't do a grudge.
I will.
It takes too much effort.
I will do a grudge.
I get over something almost instantly just because I determine how much it actually means and how much it affects me. And I've tried to hold grudges. It hasn't lasted longer than like
What's the longest grudge you've
4 days.
4 days?
4 days was the longest grudge I ever had. Like an active grudge. Like somebody did something to me and I was just like, F you, dude. I'm not talking to you. It took me 4 days before I just acted like nothing happened and started talking to them again. So
interesting.
He's sitting in the chair. No, it wasn't Ben. But you get the point. I can't hold a grudge worth a damn. So.
I've held grudges for years.
I know your Catholic background. I know you definitely have held grudges against Scoutmaster Kevin.
I was never in the Boy Scouts. He was the priest. Anyway,
you were in the boyhood. He was in your boyhood. Sorry.
You have a problem, like a very evident one, and you need to fix it. Anyways. Next question.
What was this about, like, laughing at an inappropriate time?
Who's more likely to become a politician?
Not me.
I think neither of us in all
My
actuality.
footprint is too bad. My media footprint is way too bad.
I have a couple of screenshots from our group chat that
I have a couple Xbox Live chats that cannot see the light of day. I mean, not to say that I can't be professional on camera. I do this every week, but, you know.
You just made a joke about me taking my pants off for the camera.
I did it 3 times in like the span of 2 minutes.
Not that I cannot be professional. I do
and
it
your
every
pants
week.
still aren't off yet. Yeah, that's a neither. I think. Like
yeah.
I don't think so. Thoughts? Like I don't know.
I don't know. I think I'd give it. I don't know. Probably me, just because.
You have more connections, I
Yeah.
think, to get you into a political scape than I do. So
Probably.
that would help.
That would be the only reason.
Yeah,
I think.
that would be the only reason. It's not like either of us would want to go into politics anyway.
Yeah, that would suck.
I love sports too much. I can't be involved. I can't be like a Mom Donnie.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
No, I can't. Okay. Most likely to say exactly what's on their mind in any situation.
I mean, have you been listening to this podcast at all? I think the fans know who that one is, but I'll say myself.
Yeah, I'd say you as well. I also say it, but I think you say a lot more unhinged shit than I do.
Yeah, well, I mean, somebody's got to get clicks, right? Somebody's got to say the thing that gets clicks.
Well,
right?
I don't. I edit out the certain ones.
Man, if
those clicks would lead to no viewers.
Well, we were just talking about, the whole politician route and,
Yeah.
the footprint online, if those clips were posted, we'd probably have a lot of viewers, but for the wrong reasons.
That is true. Yeah.
Like how, all publicity is good publicity
No.
until it ruins your life. Yeah, maybe.
Gets everything I've worked so hard for straight out the window.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next one. Most likely to survive a week without their phone.
I could do it. I've done it before. I mean, I didn't get a phone until I was second year of high school.
Really?
Maybe first year of high school. Because, the only reason I got one in the first place was because it was the first year I was taking the bus. And my parents were like, okay, well, you're taking the bus. I'm not taking you to school anymore.
Yeah.
Here's a cell phone. And I was like, thanks. They did it so weird, too. I'm going to go off on a little tangent. The first time I got my phone, me and my sister got a phone at the same time. Because at that time, my parents were like, okay, if I give you something, I have to give you something. It's got to be equal, right?
Yeah.
It's got to be fair. And my sister was in 7th grade. She doesn't need a freaking iPhone in 7th grade. Our middle school was a half a block away from our house. So
was it the one at the end of the street?
yeah, that was my middle school. Yeah. So anyways, so I get home from school one day and it's 2:30 in the afternoon, and I'm just in my living room chilling, and my mom is sitting on the couch, and my sister's out just doing whatever psychotic stuff she was doing because she was a terror from 12 to 17, and all of a sudden I hear this ringing, and I'm like, what? Did a bomb just go off? Hello? And so I'm like, what is that? And my mom does the stupid acting oh, it sounds like it's coming from your room. And I was like, Mom, what? And she was like, you go in your room. And I was like, okay. And I go in there and I saw an iPhone. I was like, oh, you were calling me. That's what the noise was. That's pretty cool. And so I would say.
What was your first phone?
Oh, God. I think it was an iPhone. But
okay.
I think it was the 5C was the first one. And that one, you couldn't even use data. That was the last iPhone that you couldn't have data on.
Yeah.
So you could only do stuff with Wi-Fi connection. Which, these new gens, bro.
They don't know what it's
like. They have no idea what it's like.
You don't even know what it's like. You know what my first phone was?
If you say BlackBerry, I'm gonna slap you.
It was a track phone.
Oh, ew.
Yeah. My parents were like, we're getting you this, but we're only getting it for you just so, you can call us in case of emergency. And I was like, I'm getting a phone.
Yeah.
And then I used, all of my minutes in, the first 6 days. And I was like, well,
there goes
the
my
remaining
phone.
24 days are going to be kind of rough.
Yeah. Did you ever see the old Blackberries? The flip-up Blackberries with the keyboard? My dad had one of those with the freaking phone holster, too. He was a G in the furniture moving company.
That's pretty swaggy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways.
Next one. Most likely to sleep with their childhood blanket.
That is definitely not where I thought you were going with that.
What do you think I was gonna say? What do you think I was going to say?
Well, definitely not childhood blanket.
What do you think I was going to say?
Probably you. You probably still hang on to that. I know your mom is sentimental like that. She's probably got it somewhere.
Your mom's sentimental like that, too.
Yeah, it's on my bed. No, I never had
Well, you have
I never had a childhood blanket. I had a pillow that I kept, my M&M pillow. I've had that forever.
I was gonna say, when did you get that?
Oh God.
That's
probably when I was 6 or 7. Sorry. It was probably around that time though. And but I'll tell you what though, my sister has this rabbit that she's had since birth.
Since birth.
This thing is absolutely disgusting. This thing doesn't even look like a rabbit anymore. It is like dirty, and like an eye is like ripped out.
Oh, God.
And my sister refuses to get rid of this thing. And I'm like, this thing is gonna spawn like Cancer 8. Like, what are you doing with this thing? It's like, she's like, I've washed it before and it just like doesn't get anything out. I'm like, yeah, because it's stained by the blood of your enemies. Like, you know how much dirt and grime you've had and you've put on this thing? Anyways.
All right.
I just got done watching like a Viking anime, so like I'm like really like, blood and battle and rah.
All right.
Vinland Saga, if you guys haven't checked it out.
I've got one more.
Yeah.
Most likely to be the first one to be arrested while on a group trip.
See, this is a toughie because like there's really only like one thing that you'd be arrested for. There'd be like a lot of things that I could be arrested for, but like,
what do you think I would be arrested for?
I feel like the only way you would get arrested on like a group outing or like a group trip would be driving under the influence.
What the fuck?
And that's worst case scenario.
I've never driven under the influence.
That's what I'm saying. Worst case scenario. I don't think you would get arrested at all.
Why would that be your first thought then?
For you getting arrested?
Yes.
Can you think of anything better?
I've never done it.
I know. Can you think of anything better? Would you like me to say you killed someone on our trip?
I'd rather that than drunk driving.
This guy, bro. This guy's great. It's the drunk crashers, not the drunk drivers. I would say, like, I don't know, kind of putting both of us on blast here by saying which one of us would get arrested is kind of crazy. Anyways, probably me with all of the methamphetamines I have in my basement. I'm kidding, FBI.
You got the Walter White over here.
It's time to cook, Jesse. This is, wait, what does he say? It's the, this is my, what's it called? When he's like in the mobile home and the guy's trying to break into his mobile home, he's like, this is my
domicile.
Yes, this is my domicile. I know the law. You cannot break and entering. Jesse Pinkman. Goat. All right, that was a good segment. I like that one.
Yeah.
Gave us a lot to talk about and a lot to yap about.
It did, yeah.
And now we're going to do more yapping.
I love yapping about you. Anyway.
It's my favorite topic.
Little last segment here. That'll probably take up a good chunk of time.
Sure. I love taking up a good chunk of time with you. See, guys, like, this is every week, though. It's the size, the side eyes. Like, you see how sexually frustrated he is with me, right?
This is not a side eye.
Oh, you better not stare at me like that.
We're going to be...
Just wondering if your pants were still on.
You need to stop this right now.
See, he's so flustered right now. You guys have no idea what's going to happen when this camera turns off.
Please, for the love of God,
all right,
shut up.
We have one more segment, and it's not a very positive one, so I wanted to get all the laughs out now.
It's not. It's going to be an off-season check-in, but more of certain people in the league that seem to have either been coming back from injuries or got injured during training camp.
Yeah, the training camp / first week of preseason turned into like the 49ers hospital morgue of last year. Like, everybody started getting hurt out of nowhere, and they didn't realize that it's just OTAs, just training camp, just preseason. I mean, people trying to make the team are getting hurt, sure, but your starters, your vets, like, come on, guys.
Yeah.
Let's get it together.
So I'm going to give you a player with the injury and their timetable for return, and I want you to tell me whether or not it's time to be patient or time to panic.
Okay. So,
first guy, George Kittle. Tore his Achilles in the wild card game against the Eagles.
That's brutal.
They said he will avoid the regular season PUP list. However, the last 2 weeks of preseason will determine his opening status. Panic or patience?
I mean, they still got Jeff Tonjes over there.
Yeah.
I mean, Kittle is definitely, when healthy, a top three tight end.
Yeah.
Like, no doubt.
Top 2.
Yeah, and, well, top 3. But
top 2. It's him and Bowers.
McBride?
I think he's better than McBride.
When healthy? Like, if he was healthy this season, he would outduel McBride.
Yes.
Wow. Well, I guess
it also
you
depends
got to
on
take
how you think of tight ends. Like if we're thinking strictly receptions and yards, McBride probably the first guy.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're thinking helpful to the team in more than one aspect, I'd go Kittle.
I could see that. I also got to think about who's throwing on the ball.
Yeah.
I don't even know who's going to throw Trey McBride the ball.
You've got Brock Purdy, and then you've got Jacoby Brisket.
Yeah.
So, who knows?
Yeah, and Carson Beck.
And Gardner Minshew. Minshew magic, baby.
Minshew magic over in Arizona.
Yeah. But, what do you think? Panic or patient?
I think you could be patient. Honestly, I mean, the Niners, out of all of these teams, have been the most patient with anybody when it comes to injuries.
Yeah.
So I would say you're fine. You have enough weapons. I mean, I saw also that C-Mac was not reporting to camp or wasn't playing at all. So he's still hurt.
The Niners' entire offense is not reporting.
Yeah, so, I mean, I don't even know who they're throwing out there in preseason games, but
it was
they're pulling people off the street, I guess.
Stribling, their second-round receiver.
Oh.
He played for them. He had 7 catches in the first half.
I mean, yeah. Well, who else? They're throwing Sky Moore.
Yeah, true.
But I would say be patient.
Yeah.
George Kittle is an all-team athlete. If he gets back and healthy and you guys somehow miraculously make the playoffs again, then he'll be back in time.
Yeah.
So, but at that point, Jeff Tunges is going to be freaking phenomenal. Jake Tunges, not Jeff.
Next guy from the same team. We all love the electrical substation. Nick Bosa tore his ACL in week 3 of last season. He is reporting now that he's targeting a return in week 1. However, he is experiencing knee tendonitis and soreness in his right knee.
I think that's the racism part. I think that's his anger bone.
Yeah, that could definitely be it. I think it kind of, for me, it is patience, but bordering on panic, because obviously anybody that just tore their ACL and had an operation on it is probably going to be experiencing soreness in that knee.
Yeah.
However, they are, now almost a full year out of it, and he's still experiencing tendonitis in the knee. And this is a perennial defensive player of the year candidate.
And we're still talking about the Niners and all of these injuries. You'd think they'd have a much deeper roster and planned for this, but they really don't have anyone to step in there and make up for what Bosa would be leaving.
Yeah.
And I think this is a pretty big panic for them because, their one thing that was holding them together last year was their defense.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, out of all the inconsistencies and all the injuries and stuff, they still kept games close and they were still able to put out wins with 17 points, 20 points, 21 points. So this is definitely going to be a panic. And, I mean, I know they're getting some guys back this year that were out all of last year, too. So, I mean, it's just going to be – you're going to see an entirely new defense this year than you saw last year. And then there was an entire new defense the year prior, too. But it's all 3 years have been all of the same people.
Yeah.
Except you're plugging and playing a few guys that you draft slash sign. But it's the same core people.
Yeah.
They're just trading – injury timeouts. So that one is definitely more of a panic, in my opinion, than the George Kittle one.
Okay. Micah Parsons tore his ACL and had a meniscus cleanup in week 15, I believe it was, against the Broncos. He's beginning the year on the PUP list, but he's not projected to be back until around week 6. Which I find very interesting because you have to take into consideration Mahomes tore his ACL around the same time. Obviously, ACL and Achilles are different. But, I mean, Kittle tore his Achilles in that wild card game in January.
Yeah.
And he's reporting to camp, running, doing everything fine. And Micah's still out for another month and a half.
Yeah, so gotta wonder what's going on there. That might be slightly on the panic side, especially since you invested a whole lot into him last year.
$47 million a year contract.
Just to not play for your first 6 weeks? is it like a recovery issue, or like is he just not treating himself well? Like, what's going on? But then again, he already got the bag. So, like, what's he worried about?
Yeah.
Playing again, helping his team win, maybe if he's a competitor, but he got his contract. Why does he need to play anymore?
Yeah.
Don't rush yourself back. Like, if you want to play for longevity in the league, don't rush yourself back. You got a $47 million a year contract. Like, oh my God. It's disgusting that people can take this route and just not care as much about their own well-being and personal health. But I'm also, not the biggest Michael Parsons fan. So, being in the setup that I'm in. So, but yeah, I would say it's more on the panic side. I mean, especially for, Green Bay, priding themselves on keeping games close, and the unreliance of Jordan Love in producing offense, and Josh Jacobs is also a big health concern for next year too. So I think it's a panic.
Yeah, I would agree. Next guy I got for you.
Apology.
Long day. Taylor Moton, the Carolina Panthers right tackle, got announced that he has blood clots in his lungs.
That's brutal.
No timetable on his return. Obviously, you want to take these type of things incredibly serious.
Yeah.
And do not risk anything when it comes to this, because this is life-threatening stuff. Now, that being said, you've got to think, the right tackle's out.
Yep.
In Moton. The left tackle, Aquanu, was out in last year's wild card game against the Rams, so he's already out as well. So you lose both your tackles. You're now relying on your newly signed free agent, Rasheed Walker, and your rookie right tackle, Monroe Freeling. So if you're the Panthers...
Was very highly drafted, though.
Yeah. I mean, first-round tackle is great in any situation, but still a rookie regardless. Freaking Will Campbell was a first-round pick last year, number 4 overall, and we all see how that ended for him last year. So, I mean, I find it very hard not to hit the panic button very hard with this team, considering the main issue is getting protection around Bryce Young in order for him to reach his potential.
That was like the only thing they were missing last year.
Yeah.
I mean, they had a great acceleration at the back half of last season. Like, their offense was firing on all cylinders. The only thing Bryce couldn't do was sit in the pocket for 3 seconds.
Yeah.
And
I mean, the line was average, if slightly above average, but I mean, you lose both your tackles. That's rough for a guy that's of smaller stature and
needs more time in the pocket.
Yeah. So
that's a panic and a half.
Yeah.
Not a good one.
No, not at all. Next guy, Cade Mays. I remember we were talking about this guy and wanting to sign him. Looks like in camp he broke a bone in his wrist. So he
Who ended up getting him?
Detroit. Yeah, that's the main issue. He's probably going to be back around week 7, week 8. But, I mean, if you're Detroit, Taylor Decker retired. Graham Glasgow got released. So you move Penei Sewell from right tackle over to left tackle. And you've got your rookie Blake Miller starting at right tackle. You were kind of relying on Cade Mays to be your, cornerstone cornerstone center, and just sort of give you stability on the line.
Right.
And now that he's out, you're just kind of shuffling guys around at this point.
Yeah, you're gonna have some hybrid like guard center, tackle center, like something. You'll throw the long snapper in there probably too.
Yeah, and Dan Campbell's known for having great offensive lines. That's what got him Detroit, pretty much.
Yeah.
So I think that's
kind of hard not to hit a panic on that one too.
Yeah.
I mean, the center is the focal point. It's how every play starts. That's the only person that touches the ball every single play.
Yeah.
So it's like you got to have that. There's a level of importance there. And like that's why I was so adamant about not getting a guard center in the offseason. It's like I want a true center. When we drafted Matt Gulpin, I said the same thing. Matt Gulpin, I said the same thing. He's a guard center. He played center for 3 years, and then he shifted over to guard in his last year at Michigan State.
Shifted over to center?
No, he played 3 years as a center. He started at center and then shifted to a guard before he got drafted. And then when he got drafted, he was a guard center, and is fine. And we saw him play in the preseason game. I thought he was pretty good.
Yeah.
I didn't see any missed snaps. I didn't see anybody fumbling the ball around. So he did his job. But I was saying the same thing about it. There's a level of importance to that, and that's why I cared so much about that position. So it sucks. I did want Cade Mays in the offseason, but prayers up to him. That's definitely a panic button.
Yeah, I agree. Now on the Bears, Kobe Bryant. It looks like he hyperextended his knee, and while he did that, he has a bone bruise and now a small fracture in his knee. So originally the timetable was they thought he was out for the season. Now it's looking like he's going to be back around October. Bears defense lost Kevin Byard, Nashawn Wright, Tremaine Edmonds, and C.J. Gardner-Johnson, who accounted for 18 of their 23 interceptions last year. So that was the only thing the Bears defense was good at, forcing interceptions. And you lose a guy in Kobe Bryant who, on that Seahawks defense, was the physicality guy, the dude that was forcing everybody on the team to really amp up their defensive prowess, essentially, making sure that no guy had an inch of separation on him. And now you lose that. So
for the Bears, definitely, because their division has been hyper competitive these last 5 years, and now they're starting to gain some traction in their playoff push last year. So, if you're not going to have 18 of 23 picks is insane. To not retain any of those guys is just absurd. And then to go and have another injury on your defense, you're going to have to hope that Caleb Williams puts up 40 points a game, probably. Because that Bears defense without secondary is just god-awful. So, I hate Montez Sweat. But, I think it's not as big of a panic as the other ones, mostly because I don't care if the Bears crash and burn. But I think there's reason to panic.
Yeah. I think it's closer to patience than panic, honestly, because I think their offense is good enough to kind of.
Well, we'll see with this Kyle Monangai situation too. He got hurt yesterday as well.
That's
so
true. Yeah.
I think they said it was a hip injury. So
that hip ones linger.
Yeah.
We'll see. Hopefully
especially in young guys too. So
yeah.
Rip, dude, he exploded last year too. He was really exciting to watch play.
Yeah.
Especially on my bench in fantasy. So.
All right, last guy for you.
Yeah.
The worst guy to see.
No, not the left tackle himself.
The worst guy, LT left tackle Laramie Tunsil.
LaDainian Tomlinson. He's signing with the Washington Commanders. All right. Yeah. No.
Torn tricep. Now, typical tricep recoveries range anywhere from 4 to 7 months, meaning he's either going to be out for the season or he's gonna come back for a playoff push, essentially.
Yeah.
And you got Brendan Coleman sliding into a spot. He played 242 snaps at left tackle last year, allowing 0 sacks, 0 QB hits, and 5 pressures. So, not a bad replacement. He looked great in the preseason game, and he's looked great so far throughout camp. I think a lot of guys are excited to have him in that left tackle spot. He's looked like he wants to go at Odafe Owe. He wants to go at Caleb Von Chasen. And I'm hoping that he does. Yeah. But this is a brutal loss for Washington to have, especially considering Jaden, obviously last year was just injury after injury after injury. And you've got to think that losing a top 5, in my opinion, tackle in the league with a mobile quarterback like Jaden Daniels is you're going to feel that throughout the season.
It's definitely going to sting. We're definitely in a better situation considering the mobility of our quarterback, because if we were to have a top 5 left tackle go out, I'd rather them do it with not a non-pocket passing priority quarterback. But we've established this year that our offense is going to be more pass predominant, more snaps under center, and you need a left tackle and a right tackle to take snaps under center, especially with how increased pressure rates are going up in the last few years. Like, you're only getting 3.5 seconds max in the pocket. If you're taking snaps under center, those edges are going to be on you in 3 seconds. Like, you either have to make a decision in 1 second or immediately roll out.
Yeah.
And that's if you have no faith in your tackles. I believe that Coleman and Connerly can definitely step up and protect him, and I think it can be a viable replacement, but it sucks, and it's starting to linger like last year when we were starting to get trickling injuries in the preseason, and it increased into the regular season. So I'm hoping we don't go down that same path again. But yeah, pros up to LT, man. That sucks.
I do find it very interesting that one of the thoughts was not to switch Connerly over to left tackle, considering that is the position he played when he was at Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
But it seemed like Coleman was just the immediate option.
Yeah.
Because in my opinion, I definitely would have thought of, switching Connerly over to the left tackle spot, putting Andrew Wiley in at right tackle, and rolling with that.
Guess they felt confident, or more confident in the experience, I guess, and security for that left tackle. But oh, God, that sucks.
I mean, Coleman played a lot of left tackle during Jaden's rookie year, and look where that got us. Yeah. So we'll see, but it's gonna be a lot to overcome.
Yeah,
I'm hoping that we can do it, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We've got our game next week against Detroit.
Is it like a Saturday game or something?
It's preseason, man. Yeah. It's annoying because it's a double-edged sword. Because on one hand you're like, you have football back, but on the other hand you're like, I'm not seeing.
None of the starters are playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or even if they do, they play one drive and then they're out. Like,
oh my God, Malik Willis. Sorry, that was mean. But yeah, I think that's it, right?
Yeah, that's all we got for you guys this week. So we're getting close. We're getting close.
2 more weeks, guys.
2 more weeks, and then we will have regular.
We'll have sports for 8 months.
Yeah, it's so beautiful.
Because football bleed right into basketball. Basketball bleeds right into hockey, and then we're set until March.
Literally next year is gonna be rough. You know why? Because when we're doing this, like we were this summer, we're gonna be doing it, but without the World Cup.
Yeah. So I mean, we're gonna have to be out on the lawn. We gotta get boots on the ground next year, but that is next year Ben and Keenan problem, because in 2 weeks we will be sent to Euphoria. And not that stupid little horny TV show. All right, everybody, thanks so much for watching.
Wow. All right.
We'll see you next week. Go Commandos.
Go Commandos.